And just like off camera, what's the most tangible piece of information you can take about a player from an event like this?
Well, obviously, when you watch them, Dan, you get an idea of their body type, but more importantly, I think their commitment and how hard they want to work to really push themselves. So, you get an idea of their personality and how bad they want to work and pay a price. So this is very valuable to all of our teams in the league.
And last time I talked to you about scouting was at the Silver Stick, and you mentioned to me that when you drafted Eric Stahl, he was kind of a smaller kid. So any similarities in any players that you can kind of pull from your experience with that?
Well, that's where you have to be careful a little bit too. Just the body type alone, you can't let influence you too much. So when you see how hard they work, how committed they are in the testing, I think that tells you something. So if you're a little guy and you don't really want to work hard, that's maybe a little concerning. But if you see a good player, maybe he isn't the biggest guy, but is very committed, that tells you a lot. Or vice versa, a big guy that just kind of goes through it haphazard, that tells you something too. So you don't want to get too caught up in the body type. It's more the commitment and the determination and how they conduct themselves here.
Right. And from players that you've drafted, has this combine made an impact on your decision to take any of them?
Not overly. To be honest with you, this is the fourth year. I missed 2 years because I was with Phoenix, and and this just keeps growing all the time. So it's a much bigger combine than in the past, so I think we can take a lot out of it. I can't say that in the past I've taken as much because there was a number of years when I was working with the NHL that I missed them, but this is a great setup. It's so well run by Mark Fitzgerald and his people, so it's valuable to us, but more importantly, it's valuable to the young players. They're going to learn so much, and they're all going to be better off having been here, and I think that's the main purpose of it.
Yeah, what Joe Birch pointed out to me was it's kind of like a mini NHL setting, and maybe 2 years down the road, those nerves are gone. So what does that mean for a kid coming out of the OHL trying to make an impact in the big leagues?
Well, it just shows the OHL's commitment to development, and this is something that I know Dave Branch is passionate about. It's all about development, making sure that the kids coming out of the OHL are prepared and that we continue to be known as the best development league in the world, and this is a part of instead of just standing back and not being active, we're actively involved in trying to develop and to keep our league as a premier league for development.
Great, thank you very much.